put it bluntly, they say we're wrong. Unfortunately, they haven't really shown that. They say that abstinence is the only way to decrease sexual activity, that there is a significant problem. I'm glad we all agree that there's a significant problem. They say that abstinence is the only way to decrease sexual activity. That is circular logic. Decreasing not sexual activity is the same thing as abstinence. They probably meant abstinence only sexual education. However, that's neither here nor there. They say that unplanned pregnancy is common in the U.S. She used my evidence saying that it has declined. What she keeps forgetting to say is the but. It's declined, but nearly 900,000 teenagers still become pregnant each year, and almost 4 in 5 of these pregnancies are unintended. 4 in 5 people that get pregnant as teens, that's unintended. That is not a good thing. That is a significant problem, and we need to find a way to stop that. We've shown, they've said that comprehensive sex education is more likely to increase sexual activity and that nothing can stop it. However, we have shown in my subpoint A, in my contention number 1, subpoint A in the 1AC, I showed that abstinence-only policies have not been effective in preventing teens from having intercourse, and that a study in 2007 showed that students who received abstinence-only instruction were no more likely than students in the control groups to abstain from or delay sexual intercourse. They say that we have no evidence that shows that unplanned pregnancy leads to child abuse, as I show in my subpoint C of my contention number 1. However, I have from the Notre Dame Journal of Law, Ethics and Public Policy, Adam Thomas says, and I quote, similarly, physical and mental health problems and delinquent behavior during the teenage years are more common among children whose births were unintended than among children whose births were not. There is your evidence. It is from the Notre Dame Journal of Law. That is much more reputable than I am. It's much more reputable than any of us are. They say, for our solvency, that abstinence only is sex education is preferred by students, that they said it was greater good. However, in her evidence, it said that they said greater good for the program that taught both abstinence and risk reduction. If you're wondering, gee, what's that risk reduction part mean? That is comprehensive sex education. Risk reduction is reducing the risk of having unsafe sex, but still teaching them how to have sex safely. That's proving our point. In the 2NC, I can say that there is not a great disadvantage, or rather that is not uniquely our fault. He says that comprehensive sex ed leads to earlier sexual activity. As I've already said in my subpoint A, we've shown that comprehensive sex ed or abstinence-only policies, neither one has a greater effect in reducing sexual activity early on. It's going to happen. Teens are going to have sex. We can't stop it. That's what they do. What we're trying to do is teach them the safest way to have it if they are going to have it. We've also never said that we should not teach abstinence. Abstinence is a great policy. It is the only 100%, unless you're Christian and believe in the virgin birth. It is the only 99.9999% plausible way of not getting pregnant, of not getting STDs. That's great, but we need to teach them, if they are going to have sex, how to do it safely. Give them the options so that they don't go out into the world trying to have sex not knowing what they're doing. They've shown that teen sex activity is correlated to marijuana use. I won't argue that. It may be correlated, but it is not necessarily the causation of it. It could be the effect of it. Marijuana use, they say, has a risk of academic failure. Maybe marijuana use is causing academic failure and unplanned pregnancies and more sexual activity. They never said that teen sex activity caused it. They just said it was correlated. So maybe we should stop marijuana use. In effect, there is a very significant problem. We can't stop teens having sex, but we can help them do it safely if they're going to do it. Thank you.